Hello and welcome back to the No Name Sports Show. We're back with our second episode ever, and let's just say it's been a very eventful month and all that stuff. Very eventful. Anyways, I am your host again, Ricky, along with the constant co-host as always and everything, Manny.
What's up? How you guys doing?
Thank you again for stopping by. Thank you again and all that stuff. We appreciate you being
Um,
here. This is the No
oh,
Name.
no problem. No problem.
I was talking to Manny
It's good to be.
particularly.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you're talking to them. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you again. Um, thank you again for joining us. Again, you can catch the No Name Sports Show here every month on YouTube right now at the moment. Again, we are still looking into the audio and see if that's gonna become a thing and all that stuff. We're giving you a look. Just to give you everybody a heads up, you may have there's a chance that you're seeing something right now on the YouTube channel that shows our logo. That's actually gonna change and all that stuff. We already decided on it. I just didn't get the time to actually implement it and all that stuff. And everything. But we'll get that changed soon and all that stuff, just to give you a little heads up and everything like that. Probably could have surprised that for later on in our and all that stuff and our but just wanted to get that out there now because we already got it decided. We're gonna get that looked into and all that stuff and just make some changes and all that stuff. I may have also recording this back from my, I guess you can say, vacation and all that stuff, but that's not here or there. But other than that, this is the No Name Sports Show where every month we talk about everything that's happening in the sports world and see where else is at, and then and everything like that. We're gonna have a good time. We have some interesting stuff that's happened in the last month. Baseball season has officially started by the time of this is recording. We are midweek. We are already 1/4 down away from the football season. Basketball, hockey's is about to pick up pretty soon, and a bunch of other cool other things that we're gonna talk about this month, and for this month's episode and everything. Other than that, Manny, how you been?
Pretty good, just staying, just staying living, always never stop. Uh, you know, can't stop the train. But I've been good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And
How
then
you?
also, it's been a weekend. I'll say that. You'll and everything like that. You'll know more about that on the No Name podcast, which will be
Next week.
if you're watching this the day this comes out and everything,
Yeah.
and everything like that, which is also nearing its 100 episode pretty soon. But our next episode, we will be talking about some of the things that happened and all that stuff, that I've mentioned. But other than that, also we have our pick'ems and everything like that. We have them set up. We have our stuff ready to go, and everything like that. For those who don't know, if you've watched last month's episode, we did do weeks 2 through 4. Unfortunately, we didn't record the week of week 5 going into week 5, but we did do them on the No Name podcast on everything from our previous episode. So if you haven't checked that, so that's all good. I do have them written down on what those picks were and everything like that. Also, to the little tidbit note. Also, Manny mentioned that he had went undefeated on one of the weeks. That is a lie and everything like that.
Okay.
To clear that.
Look, you had told me,
and I'm not going to tell him. I am not going to tell him. Well, no. You said you were undefeated at week 1 and all that stuff, and I had clarified.
I meant week 2.
I had clarified that we didn't do week 1 and all that stuff and everything, but you said you were still undefeated in week 2. So I would love to state for the fact that though we will give out those results later in the episode, I'm giving him a heads up now. He did not go undefeated in week 2 and all that stuff.
I did go undefeated in week 1. I just didn't tell you guys my choices.
So, as he says. And everything like that. But other than that, let's get into some baseball. We'll get that and everything like that. Baseball postseason has already begun. This past weekend, we did the wild card series were played. We have the Padres, the Phillies, the Mariners, and I want to say it's the Guardians, though I could be wrong on that. That advanced from that season. From those series, and it'll be playing in the NLDS coming pretty soon. If not, it's already started by the time this episode has been available and everything. But it's postseason time. It's October. It's good to see it and everything like that again. So to give a little clarity on matchups currently on the day of this episode, we have the Cleveland going against the Yankees and the Seattle Mariners going against the Houston Astros. in the ALDS, and then we got the Phillies going against the Braves and the San Diego Padres going against the Dodgers in the NLDS. Funny story about the Padres one in particularly, but we're gonna say I'm gonna give you a little tidbit now, but we're gonna save the rest for the No Name podcast because it deals with the bigger article, bit of stuff that we have a topic about. I was in San Diego this past weekend, and literally right before postseason started, I didn't know how the wild card went, which is apparently it's 3 games at the higher seeds place. It doesn't rotate and everything. So I thought we were gonna have I thought for some odd reason I thought there was gonna be also be a Padres game this week that weekend also and everything. But apparently
That
there
would have
wasn't.
been insane.
That would have been crazy though. And thankfully
Yeah.
there wasn't and all that stuff. And but I'll talk more about that on the next episode of the No Name podcast. So be sure to check that out also and everything on the bigger topic of that and all that stuff. But yeah, but not only that, so that's postseason. Anyway, to bring back to, but the reason we're here for also is that 2 milestones were made towards the end of the season and everything and then of course that revolves around St. Louis Cardinals legend Albert Pujols and the New York Yankees Aaron Judge. For Aaron Judge breaking the single season AL record for home runs, and then Albert Pujols hitting 700 career home runs, which would make him the 4th player in MLB history to do that and everything. And that includes also Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Barry Bonds. All that stuff in that list and everything like that. Talk about a little bit things and everything like that. Let's see, I guess we could just start off by saying,
Congrats.
huh?
Congrats.
Congrats to both players, of course, and everything. Especially Judge. He is I guess you can say a local person on the area we live in, based off the area code and everything. So it's kind of a big deal, and everything in that area. Particularly Albert Pujols. I think I've seen him play for a very long time and everything myself, and seeing him hit this is a very monumentous occasion to see and all that stuff. And getting to see it myself was awesome and everything.
In person?
Not in person.
No, I know. No, I know.
Not in person. And also, though it did happen in Los Angeles, so
yeah,
and everything, so it would have been cool to see. Couple things about these 2 records, in particular about going into it. One is for the fact of particularly Pujols's. Not Pujols's, Judges, as everyone is trying to make this a bigger deal as it should and everything, as people will claim, because of course the actual home run record, if over in overall baseball, is the number 73 by Barry Bonds. Those who don't know, of course, Bonds apparently took steroids and all that stuff. There was a
nice.
little snippet by Roger Maris's Jr., who is of course who his father, Roger Maris, originally had the record for the Yankees for the 60 and all that stuff, or 60 61. And apparently he mentioned about saying like it's coming from a Yankee. He talked about how Judge, he did it clean and everything like that. And though I will say, like, seeing this happen like in this season for so long, since because we haven't seen anything like that, is kind of cool to see and all that stuff. And the fact that we're titling it as something as a Aaron Judge, like as I was saying, like hitting 60, I think 62 total.
62 as of now, yeah.
Yeah, 62 as of now, and it is something nice to see. And of course, the team record was 61, if I remember correctly, and
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But it seems like people are taking this, so making this more bigger than it should, and all that stuff. And some people are probably claiming this as the true home run record. As I'd say, it's like 2 things come out of this. Which one was a bigger deal? And second of all, is Aaron Judge's 62 homers more true than it is the actual record?
Hmm?
is 62 the actual? Do people believe like is 73, which is Bonds' record, home run single season record, is that tainted in any way possible and all that stuff? And people are just making this is more of a bigger deal because one, Judge is a Yankee, two, he is technically doing this without steroids and all that stuff.
I would say, yeah, that 62 is the true because of the fact of the whole steroid allegations. Now, if he didn't do steroids, then obviously not. But in my opinion, it is a true record. Now, as far as like, is people making it a bigger deal because he's a Yankee? I don't think that. I couldn't really care less what team he played for.
Okay, then let me say this then. If he was doing this not as a Yankee, would he get the attention that he did these past couple weeks? Would he get the same
I
attention?
believe so.
He would get the same attention if he wasn't a Yankee.
If he played the exact same way that he's been playing, yes.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
I don't know. It just feels like, I think, because like I said, it's the Yankees. They were one of the best teams in the AL going into the playoffs. They already clinched the East before he.
They're always the best team in the AL.
No, they're not. No, they haven't. They really haven't.
And it feels like that though.
And all that stuff. Like that.
Coming from a Pirates fan, it feels
you don't watch a lot of baseball then. That's the other thing.
I don't. I watch Pirates games.
And all that stuff and everything. And I don't think. Honestly, it's like if this was another team,
Ryan Reynolds,
another team he was on, and let's say probably are in the playoff hunt or not, I don't think it would get the recognition of it did. I mean, it's gotten to the point of where people are doing live look-ins now and all that stuff during other games and all that stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. They've done that before in the past when it was like McGuire's and Sosa when they were doing that whole thing, going back and forth and all that stuff. And that was cool to see and everything like that. But it's like how sports is in general now at times and everything like that. Baseball is not even a thing. Baseball is the last thing on people's mind and everything like that.
I think golf is, or table tennis maybe.
Okay, let me rephrase this. Whatever, because you're just like to like add. Out of the four main ones, only even five, and all that stuff. If you include the MLS and everything and all that stuff. Baseball's not in a joint. Even if you include college football into that too.
I think including the 4 or the 5, like we said, I'd give it a second place.
You give baseball second place.
I do. Oh, nah. Close third. I'd give it a close third.
Oh, stuff.
I'd give it a really close third. Because obviously NFL.
Uh-huh.
Then NBA.
Yes.
And then a really close third would be MLB.
I think that's a gap. You saying
I think
close.
It's really close.
There's a gap.
There's
a gap. I think there's somewhat of a gap between NBA and MLB.
Maybe over here, where we are currently.
In the state?
No, in where we are, like here, is what I'm saying. Maybe, yeah, most likely.
In the country?
No, where we are, me and you, like as of where we live currently.
I'm not. No. Not where we live. In the country. Don't.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's a close third, but maybe where we live is there's a big gap.
No.
But like what I'm saying is, in the whole country, I'd give MLB a really close third.
It's not
the NBA.
No,
it is though.
No,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
there's no. Like no. There were literal people pissed off for the fact that there was live look-ins of Aaron trying to at least tie it during college football games and all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's still give it a close third.
It's not a close third. Not at all.
It is though.
It's not. It is not. In a national point of view, I don't think so.
Yeah. In a national point of view, that opens it even more though.
What do you mean it opens up even more?
I mean, we're looking at it. Oh no, that is national. Yeah, I still give it a close third.
It's not.
Yeah, I think so.
I literally don't think it's as close as third
Yeah,
and
it's,
everything.
it's not any lower than third.
Well, what I'm saying though, you can keep it at third, yeah. But I'm just saying it's like
I don't think there's that big of a gap though.
you are. So you're saying it's close enough that there's a chance it can overtake the NBA?
Nah, I can't overtake it, but it's not.
Then
It's
that's
not
not
nowhere.
close.
Well, you said there's a huge gap. I don't think there's a huge gap.
Stuff. I think it's a not. Okay, I wouldn't say huge in particularly, but there is a gap and all that stuff and everything. Like it's a gap enough. It's a big enough gap to insert college football in there between the NBA and MLB
Yeah, maybe.
and all that stuff. Like I do believe that and everything. But if you're saying like it is close to the NBA, like if it's a close third and you going to the NBA, at least in popularity to tie or even go over, no, and all that stuff.
I
I
know a lot
I
more
think
MLB fans than I do NBA
I
fans.
think you give baseball a lot more credit than you should
Well, that's because I know a whole lot more MLB fans than I do NBA fans.
and all that stuff.
That's the
And
thing.
it is
See, everybody I know watches the NFL, but not that many people that I know watch the NBA, the MLS, or the NHL.
mhm.
Most of them watch the MLB. All of them watch the NFL. So, from my point of view, from my group area, it's always been that way. So that's just my thought process.
See, yeah, I see it totally differently and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And it's not even like and you're not even. I think the majority is NFL, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
I think that's all of us is like, oh, obviously NFL.
which how you're saying the secondary is MLB, it's the total opposite. Mine is NBA
Yeah.
and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Mine is NBA and all that stuff. Everyone knows about baseball, but it's like if like I said, NFL, NBA, MLB. You and like I said, if we included if you included college football, you can either put that not only as a second, but also as a third or a third.
See, from my point of view, college football is almost dead last.
That is weird. But then again,
Yeah, yeah,
but then again, it's like again you have to look at it. Like I said, I'm seeing it from a national standpoint overall
yeah,
too, and everything. And college football is bigger and all that stuff
yeah. Oh, definitely. College
and
football is a
everything like
lot.
that. I get the fact that we're comparing. You're also comparing it about who we know and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But overall, though, we have to be looking at this as a national standpoint and all
yeah,
that stuff and everything. And the national standpoint is the fact that people that are the fact that there were people complaining for the fact that they were putting this in a live looking of Aaron Judge trying to hit a home run during
making
college football
history.
game, making history during a college football game, says a lot right there.
What game? What game was it?
I don't know. It was on ESPN. I don't know which game it was and all that stuff
Okay.
and everything like that because ESPN does
It
that.
better been. It better have been a really good game. It better have been like
It,
Georgia versus Bama
it was
or something.
okay. Let's not.
Because
It's not Georgia
if
versus Bama.
it's,
It's not Georgia versus Bama because they won't probably play each other till the SEC title game. So you can't say
but
that
like
right.
what I'm saying is like it better have been
You're
like a
making that.
really good.
You're making that a little bit too much right there for to say it's Bama
No, I'm saying
versus.
like to be like complaining. I mean,
It was an
it couldn't have
SEC
been
game.
like.
It was an SEC game. I know
Oh,
that.
okay. Okay, so like maybe I'm not even gonna say anything because I guess we're gonna get onto that later. So
You know,
I'm not gonna
also.
say anything about that.
So, but I'm just saying though, it's just like I think people are taking the record a little too much than what it should. Because in all honesty, I didn't even start hearing about the damn thing. Hit him until he got to
58
till he got
ish.
59. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even like in all honesty, it's like 59. And it's like all of a sudden it's like it became this huge thing. And I'm like, why is this becoming a now thing and all that stuff and everything like that?
Well, because also I feel like okay, say he's at 55. It's like okay, well he could get there, but there's no saying. And then you get to like 59, you're like, oh okay, he might make it.
But the thing was, he was already close to it in the beginning of September. He didn't get
Yeah.
he didn't finally get there towards the end of the month
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So that's the thing, though. At the same time, it's just like he was on this pace. He was on this pace to like, honestly, if like he was kept going at the pace he was, he probably could have got to 70 at least.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But as soon as he hit 59 and it came into September,
Yeah, he went through like a really dry spell. Like what was it, like 4 or 5 games? I think.
he went to a dry spell, especially after he hit 60
Yeah,
and 61
yeah,
and all that
yeah. He
stuff.
stopped. He stopped hitting. I think at 60, he
And then
went like 4 or 5 games where he didn't even hit. I don't think.
and then on top of that, he was also in the running for the Triple Crown and everything
Right.
and all that stuff. So it's like not only that, it was just like he not only he has that record, he's also there's also him getting that and all, and everything like that. So it's just like, oh my god, I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love seeing a Triple Crown race. Is pretty cool to see and everything, but at the same time, it's like you're in September, you're already clinching, you already clinched, if not already have clinched your title, your
Yeah.
Indiana's title, make playoffs and everything like that. It's more, and it is, and we're in this day and age of sports now where it's like people are looking to take care of their players more and not have them burnt out when it comes getting closer towards the end of the season, especially if you're making playoffs and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So it's just like and everything like that. Because I think it's more the fact of if he didn't hit, if he didn't get the record, I probably wouldn't be upset and all that stuff
I
that he
wouldn't
didn't get it
either.
and all. Well, I
But
mean,
then again, I don't watch baseball.
but then again,
So,
but also then it's like I do see being like baseball purists and Yankee fans being upset about it, but at the same time, it's like, do you want your player to die, or something like
yeah.
that? Do you want your player to
Or
basically,
throw his
or
shoulder out, or
not be able to hit, not be able to hit throughout the postseason?
yeah,
Like it's a valued question on stuff, especially nowadays and all in this day and age, and for this stuff. So it's just like
yeah,
you have to pay, like that has to be paid attention to and all stuff now, unfortunately. And it's just going to be interesting to see and all stuff. Now again, it's like, is the 62 a more bigger deal than the 700? I don't honestly. I'm more excited. I'm more excited about the 700 than it was the 62, because of course we knew this was Pujols' last season. He only needed to hit 21 homers in order to tie to get the 700. The fact that he was able to hit that many throughout the whole season was pretty cool to see. And the fact that they made playoffs too. I mean, they lost in the wild card series, but still, and everything, and in the midst of a playoff hunt. So that's pretty cool to see.
right.
And I think it's just, I don't know. I think it's just more the fact it's like maybe they shouldn't probably blow this out of proportion and make this bigger than it should. And all that stuff. And 73 is 73. In my how I see it. All that stuff. No one's gonna
You good?
yeah, no, it's just all something all stuff.
I thought it cut out.
And everything. Like 73 is 73. That is the record. That is you need to chase and all that stuff. Congratulations on hitting 62 and all that stuff and breaking the team record and all that stuff. But the record is 73 and all that stuff. And all that stuff. But that's just me. Moving on.
Trying to get this. Sorry, I'm a little bit technical difficulties.
Hockey and basketball is upon us right now, as of right now. By the time this episode is out, hockey had already begun with Tampa and the Rangers and Vegas and the Kings playing on Tuesday night and everything. And then of course, the Colorado will begin their title defense on the 12th against Chicago. And then on the 14th, San Jose Sharks, who are our home team, will start play on the 14th against Carolina.
They already started their 2 seasons. They already played 2 games.
Was the Prague
Global Series? Yeah.
I thought that was preseason.
Nah, the one against Berlin was just for fun. With the Nashville games in Prague back to back were real season games.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, they counted for the regular season.
Oh, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
The
didn't.
Berlin Ice Bears though that one didn't count obviously because it's two different leagues.
Well, I know that part. I know, but I knew. I,
Yeah.
I only knew about them playing Nashville. That's it. I know what
Well,
the
because
other ones did.
the global series counted last year too.
I didn't know about that either. Okay, I just knew about that.
Yeah.
I just found out about this past weekend. That's why. And
You're
all that
like,
stuff.
oh, they're playing in
I
Prague.
I thought it was preseason games because the Warriors played in Japan not that long ago, and those were preseason games
Oh, really? That's kind of cool.
and all that stuff and all that stuff. So it's like and everything. So it's just like it's not a big. That's why it's like oh no
Yeah.
big deal and all that stuff. That's why and I looked I that's how I looked at it. Oh no big deal and all that
Yeah.
stuff and everything like that and all that stuff. So I saw that as like oh it's no big deal season and all that stuff. It's only preseason. It's cool to
Yeah.
show that stuff. And now that you're telling me it's season started, it's like what the
Yeah. That's where like on Friday because the game started at 11. On Friday at work, I had my radio turned on. I was listening to the game, and then on Saturday, I got to watch it because obviously it was Saturday. But
okay, so season has technically started.
yeah, but it was cool. Tomas Hurdle scored the first goal for the San Jose Sharks, game one against the Predators in Prague, in his home country of Czech Republic, uh, to an insane roar from the crowd. So that was a cool thing. He got pretty emotional during the Czech national anthem as well. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Anything to look out for this season?
Yeah. So apparently the Sharks aren't tanking for better, but they're not playoff contenders either. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look like they're trying to tank. I hope they do, because obviously we need them. I mean, I think anybody can do with better, but I don't know because Kakinen and Reimer are looking decent. Reimer looked really good in the games in the time I was able to see the game. Um, Kakinen looked pretty good too in the game. Obviously, they just gave an extension for Tomas Hurdle, $65.1 million, as well as they still have Carlson, they still have Couture, they still have Timo Meyer. Um, but recently, I don't know if you've heard. Obviously, you've heard now because it's in the doc. But Thomas Bordeleau, he's a center. William Eklund and Nick Seek, I think, is he's a defenseman.
Mhm.
They were just demoted to the San Jose Barracuda. So that's it. I don't know. They haven't said what for or why, but they didn't play during the Global Series. They went to Prague and they were on ice practicing for them with Prague, but they didn't play in any of the games. They didn't even play against um, the Ice Bears, Berlin. They didn't even play against Berlin, but they were also in the arena and practicing and stuff with them. I don't know why. I don't know why they even went. They did expand the roster, so that could be a reason that they took him. I'm not sure. But then at that point, why didn't you take Strauss Mann? I mean, but Strauss Mann is also going to be starting with the Barracuda. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like we're going in a tank kind of mode. I mean, because Borlo and Eklund were showing really good signs, especially in preseason as well as in rookie the rookie contests. So I'm not really sure. They've already came out and said they're not tanking for better, and that they want to obviously make playoffs, but I don't think they can. Especially seeing the global series against Nashville, because it was a big test. Seeing as Nashville was a last year playoff contender, but I don't know. It's I'm not sure where they're going at this point. That's about it.
Anything around the league?
Anything around the league? Well, supposedly I know the Kraken are rumored to tank for better. I heard rumors are that the Coyotes are. Who else am I hearing? I've heard a couple other teams are like in this hunt for last place, just because better is going to be like a McDavid. He's in the lottery. He's going to be the draft lottery. He's the next draft lottery player. So it is a big deal, and I know a lot of teams really want him. A lot of teams need him, and who knows? I mean, the kid looks really good. So it's going to be interesting whoever he goes to.
Uh, Stanley Cup predictions.
I think it's too early for that, especially as of right now.
It's never too. It's always early. Everyone does it every time.
Yeah, but a lot of the teams look really good, and a lot of teams look really bad.
I mean, yeah, but still, everyone does it. Still, it's a. I mean, we're technically this is coming out right after the season starts, but come on now.
Here, let me pull up the bracket.
I just want two teams.
Just two teams, okay.
I just want two teams that you think that are gonna make the Stanley Cup Finals. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna go Central Division, Carolina versus. You know what? I think he has it in him. I'm gonna go Northern Division, Edmonton. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Carolina versus Edmonton.
Carolina versus Edmonton. There we go. Okay.
Yeah. Not gonna happen, but that's what I think.
This guy.
I really want to see McDavid hold the cup in my lifetime. So, I mean, I think that would just be awesome. But I think Carolina looks extremely well now. They got Brett Burns. I mean, yeah, now they got Brett Burns. A good defenseman. Not as good as when he first started, but it's still a really, really strong defenseman. So who knows?
Okay. There we go. That's all I asked. It's not that far. It's not that bad. Okay. Yeah, all that stuff. Anyways, that is the NHL. NBA is also actually a week from Tuesday, from and everything. A week later, the NBA will also begin its regular season on the 18th, where we'll have the 76ers in Boston at 4:30 p.m. on TNT, and the Los Angeles Lakers will try to see if they can bring their magic back in this season against the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors, at 7 p.m. also on TNT. For sake of Manny's team will begin play on the 19th against the Suns in Phoenix,
Oh, okay.
7 p.m. on ESPN. And all that stuff. If you haven't known, Manny's a Maverick fan. My team, of course, is the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors. We've already gone through some issues already with something that has occurred with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole, but do I feel like it's being blown out of proportion a little bit and all that stuff? But then again, we're in the sports talk for a reason, to make all these things about Draymond Green punching Jordan Poole just because of an altercation in practice. Someone happened to leak the footage and all that stuff, and we'll see where it goes from here and all that stuff. Golden State does have the best chance of. I think before the situation, Golden State is the team to look forward to repeat this upcoming season. We do have other teams such as like the Philly,
Portland.
not Portland, and all that stuff.
That's my pick for the finals. It's gonna be Portland versus the Pelicans.
They're on the same conference.
Oh, Portland versus the Pistons. Same conference? No.
I'll let you. I'll let that slide. I'll let that. Other than that, again, like I was saying, you're looking at potential contenders such as, like I said, Golden State. We do have Memphis still being that very young team looking to try to get a title. We got the Nuggets and everything. We have the Nuggets. Boston, though, they're going through some major situations right now within their front office and everything, with the coach and everything about that. What's going on right there? Brooklyn, we'll see how that team plays with both Kyrie and Durant returning to the team and everything through what through the offseason they've gone through. Philly, of course, always a team to be on the lookout for. Milwaukee, Giannis is still Giannis and everything like that. He did win a title not that long ago also, so they're back in the hunt and everything like that. Will Miami be able to go over the hump and return to the finals? That's also another thing to look at for that stuff. And of course, the Clippers are still good no matter what. Phoenix is still good, even Phoenix with what they're going through right now with their owner. That is still a team to look out for. Though everyone is up in arms at them from losing to a second division team in the preseason and all that stuff. It's preseason. Can we move on? And all that stuff. Though the memes were funny at first. And all that stuff.
Houston still a good team or no?
No, Houston has not been a good team since Harden left.
Where's Harden at now?
He's in Philly now.
Oh, okay.
And everything.
He's still good? No.
Yeah, he's still good.
Okay.
I think.
What about Derrick Rose? Where's he at?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, so he's not good anymore.
Last time I remember, I think it was New York, but I don't know if he's still there.
So like he's not good anymore. Was he ever good? I'm not sure.
Yes, he was one of the.
He was good with the Bulls, right?
Yes,
I remember him being good with the Bulls.
He was one of the best players in the league before he got hurt.
Oh, he got hurt and it went downhill.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
That stinks.
All that stuff. The Lakers. I mean, Lakers are the Lakers. Either LeBron. Everything. We'll see how the season goes with them and everything like that. The fact that they decide to keep Russell Westbrook and everything. Adding Pat Beverly hopefully might ignite something into that team. We'll see. But we'll see where it goes from here and all that stuff and everything. But if I had to pick, I would go. I'm gonna go the Warriors, and not just being a homer about it, but I do think they're like the only team in the West that can make it or have a chance to get out of beating the other teams. They've done it before; they can do it again, and everything. Coming out of the East, I'm gonna go Philly for this one. I think it's fun. I think Philly should finally make it and all that stuff and everything. And that'll probably be like a close Eastern Conference champ title game against Milwaukee for that one in order to get in there and everything. But we'll see where it goes from here. Like I said, the season doesn't start till the 18th. Again, with the Sixers going against Boston, and then the Lakers going against the Warriors. Both games are on TNT. To check that out if you want to and everything. Get ready for the basketball season, and everything. But it's been fun. I'm excited and all that stuff.
Hey, wait, real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you. We didn't get a prediction for NHL from you.
I'm not asking. I didn't. Well, you happened just to do it yourself. You randomly happened to do yourself for NBA because I wasn't gonna ask you because that's why I gave you the hockey. That's why I gave the hockey one for you. That's why I gave the Stanley Cup one for you because that's more you and all that stuff.
That's true.
But since you ask and all that stuff and everything like that and everything,
what are you going with? I know you don't know like a whole lot, but like you know enough to give an opinion.
I will go. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy on this one and all that stuff.
He's like Arizona.
out of the East, I'm going with Florida.
Which one?
Only Florida.
Panthers. I wasn't sure if you were just saying the state. Or...
No, I know the difference. I know the difference.
Oh, okay. I was like, Tampa Bay or Florida?
I know the names. I know the names and everything like that. Okay. Out of the West, I'm gonna go Colorado. I'm gonna say they're gonna go back to back in the game.
You go back to back.
They're gonna go back to back, making appearances and everything. And I will probably, if I had to give it to an actual team to win it between those two, I'll probably say Colorado on that one.
So they're gonna go complete back to back.
They're gonna go back to back. Okay. But there we go. That's my Stanley Cup picks for that one.
Well, then for who wins the NBA, like I said, finals is Portland Pistons. And I'm gonna say Portland. Yeah, I think the Trailblazers got it. Yeah, Rep City. I knew that. There you go, Rip City.
Yeah,
I know that.
yeah. Yeah.
I know that because I like that Rip City. That's cool.
Oh, and stuff. Yeah. So those are our picks before the season
I
starts and everything like that.
was gonna go. I was gonna go Kings Grizzlies, but I know that's not
For finals,
gonna happen. Yeah.
you said Kings and Grizzlies.
Yeah.
They're in the same conference.
Oh, they are. What?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense. Memphis and how are your guys' lines set up? That doesn't make sense.
Don't ask me.
How are your guys' divisions set up? Like what? That doesn't.
Okay, give me a sec. Yeah, stuff. Uh,
That's such a weird map. Where's
there we
your guys' boundaries?
come on, division. There we go. So Memphis is what's part of it's part of the Southwest division.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're with the three Texas teams and New Orleans.
Okay. That makes sense.
Our Southeast teams, which is in the Eastern Conference, is Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, Washington, and Orlando.
So then, yeah. So then, the Kings could play the Grizzlies. No.
No, because it's in the Western Conference.
Well, no. It looks like the Kings are in the Western and the Grizzlies are in the Eastern. No.
But we don't split them by division. It's the top 8 between all 3 divisions.
Oh, okay.
It's not the NHL.
So confusing.
It's not confusing at all. It's not confusing at all.
Versus Western. Do Eastern versus Western.
It is East versus West.
Yeah, but you got like all these like weird. That's confusing.
Says the one that talk. I have a problem with the NHL. Half the time I'm like, wait, what?
Try the AHL, dude. It gets even more confusing.
That's why I don't. And all that stuff. Hell, I figured out MLB's new playoff play this year with no ease. It was easier than ever. And all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's easy to understand. Coming to freaking NHL, I'm like, wait, what? How does this work again? Gosh, you want to complain about the NBA? Literally,
I mean,
it's
not
literally
that
simple.
hard.
It's literally simple. You're just thinking it harder. You're thinking it in the NHL way. In all honesty,
Yeah, you got the teams
and stuff like literally, it's just like you just hit the top. It's literally like they just have them split in divisions. When in all honesty, you just gotta put the top 10 because we have the play-in now also in the NBA and all that stuff too.
Okay.
And all
Was
that
that like a wild card kind of thing?
technically it's like a wild card kind of thing.
Okay.
Stuff, yeah, and everything. So it's yeah. But yeah, so NBA, NHL season's about to start pretty soon and everything like that. Time to get excited for those and everything. Though people will still go to football no matter what and everything like that. But that's neither here or there and all that stuff.
That's true.
And but anyways, on to soccer. Couple things coming out in the soccer world, typically here in America. And for that stuff. First things first, Manny. I went to my very first MLS game.
Oh, really?
And all that stuff. Manny attended
Oh.
with me. And all that stuff. I was hoping you'd do that because I was like, yeah, I'm a put him on blast with that.
I was gonna be like, what game did you see?
You know, so we did see the Earthquakes versus the Galaxy here in Northern
The
California.
Clasico.
The El Clasico played at Stanford Stadium, and boy, game was fine and all that stuff. Though I mean, it was a loss to the Galaxy and everything.
To the Galaxy, to the Quakes.
I mean, to the Quakes. My bad. My apologies.
Yeah.
You know, so, shout out to LAFC for winning the Supporter Shield. Anyways, game was fine, good times and all that stuff and everything like that. The seating was a little confusing, a little bit, and everything.
A little bit, not too bad.
It was just trying to because it's all one.
Yeah,
and everything. But then again, it's Stanford. It's a college stadium and all that stuff.
Yeah,
not here or there. It was the trip there, and everything like that.
It was getting in.
It was the pain in the butt and all that stuff.
Yeah,
we did decide to pay for parking to get in, be closer and all that stuff. And boy, was that a pain in the butt just to do and all that stuff because literally the way to get in, the way we had to get in, well, based off what we had, we were stuck there on that same street for a good maybe 30 minutes at least. Stuff. Game had already started when we decided to bounce and all that stuff. The reason why is because we got cars from either intersection coming in at once and all that stuff just to get into the one thing. More crazy part, there's a railroad track into the lane of that same lane to go into the place. So it's like not everybody's on there. The train had passed by twice already while we were waiting. So I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm gonna park somewhere else. Let's go to a street. Let's go find some parking nearby in the nearby streets. It's not that far. It doesn't seem like that bad of a walk, which it wasn't, in all honesty, and all that stuff. Was able to get parking, walked our rest to the place, and everything like that. Manny thought we were in the wrong section and all that stuff when I showed him the tickets, when I was showing him where we go, and we went somewhere else entirely, though we were and
Yeah.
everything, and everything. But we were able to we were able to sit, watch the games, and all that stuff. Watch the game, enjoy it for a bit, and all that stuff for what it was. And it was it was a cool experience to see, and all that stuff because it's totally different from watching an American football game, a basketball game, and a baseball game. Three sports I've been to before, and all that stuff, multiple times. And okay, no, American football once only. I haven't been there twice. I haven't been there for a second time in a while. It's a long time. But it was a good experience. I'm excited to go again next season. When they play out their actual part because I want to see how that looks more better because I think that might be better to see. Um, and but all for all that stuff and everything, and then of course, the result. Yes, Galaxy did win that game. And all that stuff. I think we talked about it in the last in in our last episode how I'm on the fence of team loyalty right now at the moment with the MLS and all that stuff because I plan on trying to watch it a little bit more now.
Okay.
Come next
Question.
season.
I want to know. Okay, so I get you're on the fence with that.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be, but whatever. Uh, who are you going for in the USL? Because that's kind of like a harder one for
So
you.
the
I feel
USL,
like you'd be a Roots fan, right? You're a Roots fan or no?
so the USL is going to be it's going to be honestly I think in the next 3 years of both MLS and USL is going to be tricky for me because here's the thing right now. So right now my options right now of course San Jose, Northern California, the area we live in and all that stuff. Now I did give my spiel on why I would want to do LAFC and all that stuff, their social media stuff they
No,
had was
no,
pretty cool.
no. I said
I'm trying to
USL.
talk. I know. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying
Oh,
to.
okay.
I'm getting to the points and all
Okay.
that stuff
Just
and
making
everything.
sure. Okay.
I'm getting
Okay.
to the points. I'm trying to explain what's going on here and all that stuff
Okay.
and
Okay.
everything. Come on now and everything. I gave my spiel about LAFC and everything, the social media and all that stuff, the players and all that stuff and everything like that. And I've been watching it a little bit more recently, just when I try to watch some games. So coming into USL, there are two teams in Northern California. We have Sacramento Republic and the Oakland Roots. The Oakland Roots, who recently just started, I think last season, if not 2 seasons ago, depending on how COVID went and all that stuff. I forgot and all that stuff. So there's a team there now. Sacramento was originally supposed to be an expansion team for the MLS and everything. But that died down during COVID times because the big
Investors back down.
one of the big investors decided to back out and everything. So that pushed them back way back and all that stuff. So I'm in a conundrum right now in the USL with Sacramento still being in the league, and then now we have the Roots and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the Roots look like they have a good fan base and everything like that. I wanted to try to see if I can go to a game this season, but I think season's still going. If not, ended it by now.
Yeah. Actually, oh man, it's. Oh yeah, we don't play you guys. We play the Republic in Sacramento, but we don't play you guys in Oakland. You guys play us at home.
Yeah, so it's like
So that's the thing. Because I know the Riverhounds play Sacramento at home. The last two games we have is against the Republic and the Roots. But the Republic game is in Sacramento and the Roots game is in Pittsburgh.
well,
So that's the bad part.
I don't mind just going to a Roots game even if it's not against Sacramento.
I'm not a Republic fan. But I'm not a Republic fan.
I know.
I'm
No,
a
I'm saying what I said. I don't
yeah,
mind going to a Roots game, even if it's not against
yeah.
um, Sacramento.
Because I don't know your guys' next game, but I know your guys' last game is against us. But that's not in Oakland. That's the bad part.
Which is fine, and I don't care.
Yeah.
No,
Well, we
it's
can't go to the game because I'm not gonna fly out there.
huh?
I was like, well, that means we can't go to the game. That's what I'm saying. Like we wouldn't be able to go to it unless their next game, their game before that is at home, which I'm fine with too.
Who's?
The Roots. I don't know what their second to last game is.
Oh,
See, yeah, because the
um,
Republic's next game, like I said, is at home, which we'd be able to see that if you wanted to. But I think that's actually pretty soon. That's the oh, that already passed. My bad. Yeah, that already passed.
yeah. So
So yeah, we have to go next season.
give me a sec. I think I just picked something.
Yeah, but the Roots have a cool fan base. I like their logo is pretty cool. Like the tree with the multicolored little things. Pretty cool. So I, I mean, who would I rather go with if I wasn't already had a team? I think I would have probably went with the Roots, just because of the fact that the Republic are still trying to go to the MLS. So
Well,
like, I
right.
don't think I'd become a Republic fan.
Well, right now it's on hold as of right now.
Yeah,
There are
that's true.
there right
But like,
now.
I don't want to. I just don't want to become like a Republic fan, and then like in like a couple years they go to the MLS, and it's like, well, I'm not going to support them anymore.
I think well, because it's more of the fact for me. It's just more of the fact it's like and all that stuff like and everything. So it's like it just depends on where that goes. It's more of
Yeah,
waiting on Sacramento to see what happens there, and
yeah,
then of course. But I think but the thing is what's kind of what I think is also something, depending on how well Oakland does, I think that
yeah.
might be next of happening of them getting a expansion bid over Sacramento. Because I can see
You
that
think
happening.
so?
I can see that happening. They just got the rapper G Easy to add to their ownership team
Oh, that's cool.
and everything. So there is a chance of it happen. I can see it of a chance of it happening and all
They
stuff.
have the backing for it. Yeah.
They can the back I can see the only issue I see right now for Oakland's stake is a stadium
Oh, venue size.
and all that stuff. A venue in particular because well, they can't keep it at, I don't think they would want to keep it at Langley College right now and at the
Yeah,
if when they go to the MLS and admit of what's happening right now with the A's trying to get a new stadium and all that stuff.
it's gonna be hard for them to get a new
It's
stadium.
even gonna be hard for them. Now the thing is, I already
Play in the
have.
Coliseum.
That's what I was gonna go with. So
Yeah,
here's what they can do. Let the if but because like they have and of course the ownership team hasn't even shown any of like they're interested in expand of MLS expansion at the moment, which is fine
yeah,
and all that stuff. But if they did, that's their opportunity right there. Is let the A's get a Howard terminal for their new baseball play, and then give us the Coliseum. We and then they repurpose it for them and all that
yeah,
stuff and everything. So that way they already have the area. It's already viable enough for transportation wise and everything like that, and
yeah,
it has a good purpose for what
yeah,
it is. And like I said, just need to repurpose it from the ground up to make it more soccer stadium and all that stuff.
right.
And I think that should work. That would be it for right there for them and all that stuff. Will it
Yeah,
happen? Like I said, we just need to know if ownership is showing interest in MLS expansion and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Well, in reality, I feel like they would probably be able to move to the Coliseum in the USL anyways. You don't think
Probably.
so?
Well,
I
I
mean, I
don't.
feel like they
Here's the thing.
could.
I don't know if they would want to in the current state of what that stadium is at right now
That's true.
and all that stuff.
That's true.
and everything.
And they
And
wouldn't
then
really have the income to upgrade it that good.
and you would have to
To
like
upgrade it
because like
fast enough.
and then first you're still currently gonna have to share if they're doing it now they would have to currently share it with the A's and all that stuff,
Yeah, that's
which
true. That's true.
their seasons are co-aligned around the same time and all that
Yeah,
stuff and everything, so it's just like
it'd be
they
like
want to
the
make
Raiders
sure.
conundrum again.
Yeah, but I think the one thing about the Raiders and the A's how it worked was just depending on the fact of how if the A's make playoffs in October.
Yeah,
That's the only thing, really, because you can schedule around it. You can schedule a football season around them in September, but it's the fact of if they make playoffs and all
yeah,
that stuff and everything like that and everything. So there's that also. So it's possible, it's optional, it can happen, and it's true, yeah, and all that stuff, and it can work, but it's just more like I said. At the end of the day, I think it revolves around how Oakland's management ownership feels about doing MLS expansion and all that stuff. Because we know MLS is going to happen. Is MLS is looking to do more expansion again in the next couple years and all that stuff. Vegas is an option. Vegas is looking like another an option for them and all that stuff, which that can get done quickly if that goes through and all that stuff. And then of course they still gonna have to compete with Sacramento because you already have San Jose as your one of your Northern California teams. You're gonna MLS is gonna have to choose between Oakland and Sacramento for a second
right,
one and
right.
all that stuff because they're not gonna have three. They're gonna choose one of those two cities and all that stuff.
Okay, now how you're saying with the whole Vegas thing, you think the lights will just go up to the MLS, or you think it's a new team in general?
I would say it's a new team in general.
You don't think their USL team could just
It can
move
work.
up?
It just depends. Like I said, I think it's like I said. I think for that in particular, it all depends on ownership groups, and having interested of wanting to do that stuff. Because you can probably I mean, it could be like you can get a brand new team in MLS and all that stuff, and still keep the USL team. I think, because I don't know.
Right.
Honestly, I don't know. All that stuff. You know what they should just do now? They should just make MLS, USLs, and all that stuff all part of regulation now. Regulation now. You have the teams. You have the number of teams to do it and all that stuff. And all that stuff, and everything. Let's relegate. Let's relegate and promote teams now and all that stuff and everything. Hell, fucking let's merge La Liga with MLS, then do relegations. Oh, oh my gosh. And all that stuff. Just shoot. They do that.
Speaking of
Shoot, do that. We should buy a team. And then
like us,
promote a team and get the team promoted.
I mean, I'd rather just go in on the cargo. To be honest with you, I'd rather just endorse the cargo. Speaking of USL Women's League just expanded, and their next expansion team is currently the Stockton Cargo. I don't know if Ricky's heard about this.
I've known about it, and you mentioned it to me already.
Yeah. Still very little information, other than the fact that it's official. We don't know what we're playing yet. We got team crest, team colors, and merchandise.
UOP soccer field.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure though.
No, it is.
I feel like it would just be yeah.
It's gonna be you. I don't know where else where you would have it. In all honesty.
Yeah, like where else would we put a soccer team?
And all that stuff. Like we don't. Downtown has no area, no space for it.
Yeah,
and all that stuff and everything. Unless you turn Stockton Ballpark into a soccer field.
Banner Island would be a decent soccer field,
but not worth it.
Not a good soccer field. Yeah, I mean, I say cut the roof off Stockton Arena, make it an outdoor arena.
Keep the arena because we still got the Kings and everything.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
we still got the Kings here and all that stuff and everything. Yeah. We have the ports for baseball. I would love to see here's the thing. You promote if Sacramento gets MLS expansion, get a brand new USL team, put it here in Stockton.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was the rumor when the whole them going to the MLS thing was like in full swing. Was Stockton was getting their USL team?
I wouldn't know.
I'm pretty sure that was the rumor at the point.
About it.
I'm pretty sure I remember hearing something about it. I'm not sure.
But yeah,
Yeah, we're still searching for a permanent home facility. However, they'll be playing out of Delta College's stadium.
Why there?
Yeah,
UOP is better. UOP looks nicer. That's why.
it does, and it's easier to get into. Delta's closer to me, so I mean, I like it.
Yeah, Delta's closer to you. UOP is closer to me,
Yeah,
and all that stuff. And
maybe they
everything.
build a stadium in the middle of
You don't
us.
build it. You just go off with they're not gonna build anything from there. They're just gonna use what's there and all that stuff
Yeah,
and everything like that. That's why I think UOP is a nicer one for that for them. You know, so
yeah,
unless it's like a parking thing, then you can give it to Delta in some way.
yeah. The
Yeah.
big flea market parking lot.
Yeah. So but it's gonna so I say it's gonna happen. It's gonna like and everything like that. Again, like I think my soccer in MLS at least and USL is gonna be a very long period of getting that. And in all honesty, it's like because like I said, the conundrum it is sacking Oakland, and then it's the fact of
Yeah,
with expansion and all that stuff, who would get it? Because like honestly, it's like I think there probably there's nothing being. I don't think if anyone's mentioned it or anything like that, or even like rumored it. I do feel like Oakland can get a shot at it, and all that stuff.
yeah. It's just that they have interest. That's the main
It's just the
part.
fact that if they have interest, or even if MLS does in general too,
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
because in my opinion,
Because
if MLS offers any of those two teams an option, I feel like if anything, Oakland has a better shot just because of the fact that they have the backing
yeah, but
that Sacramento doesn't have right
But
now.
Sacramento's more ready though, without the backing though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the one thing. They already have a new place for a stadium in place, which they're gonna which they're already have it. They're gonna have it future proof when expansion if it arises and all that stuff.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe MLS already did look at Oakland, but are looking at the situation, what's going on with the A's and everything like
Yeah,
that with their stadium
that's true.
situation, and are thinking of like if that team can't have is having a hard time getting something going in that city, what makes you think it's going to happen with an MLS team and all that stuff
Yeah,
and everything? I think that's probably the reason like we haven't heard anything about interest from either side, whether it be
yeah,
ownership or MLS and everything like that. But like I said, we've already given a scenario of where it could happen, where give the A's Howard Terminator to build the stadium there, bring the roots into to the Coliseum, but repurpose it from the ground up to make it more of a soccer field, and all that stuff. But that's like I said, it depends on if either one of them are interested in putting something in Oakland and all that stuff, because
yeah,
Oakland needs it and all that stuff and everything. Oakland needs it, all that stuff. Um, but yeah, but other than that, off to that. Other than that wild tangent, we've got some big news coming out of also not just within the MLS again, but it's the Leagues Cup. Leagues Cup has been a yearly traditional thing where they put select teams from both MLS and La Liga MX to go against each other. But next year in 2023, it's all about to change in the Leagues Cup and everything like that, as all 47 first division clubs from Canada, Mexico, and the United States will compete in a World Cup style tournament in 2023 and all that stuff. Pretty much how this goes from what I'm going to say based off what I'm going to say here is league group. So group stage seating and hosting works as this: one club each from the MLS and La Liga MX will receive a bye past the group stage to end the tournament in the round of 32. MLS will be represented by the 2022 MLS Cup winner. For La Liga, it'll be the two recent champions in Casura 2022 and Apertura 22. Are those like separate tournaments in MX? If you know,
yeah,
okay. Um, the club with the most combined points accumulated across both tournaments in the 22 calendar year will qualify directly into the round of 32. The remaining 45 clubs will be divided into 15 groups of 3 clubs each. The 15 groups will be divided into four regions and everything. Um, Group stage placement for MLS team is based off the final 2022 supporter shield standings. Top 15 MLS clubs will each be placed in groups based on seeding, and as well as by region, and will host 2 matches east. Top 15 Liga MX clubs based on combined Karsura and Aperture 2022 standings, and will be placing the groups in reverse order from the MLS clubs. Top 15, for example, top 15 Liga MX seeded club will be paired with the number one MLS seeded club, and so on. There will be at least one La Liga club per group, and everything. The remaining 13 clubs, together with 2 remaining Liga clubs, will be drawn into groups and divided geographically. Liga versus Liga. Will be played at select venues depending on region. 2023 Cup will be scheduled. These will be scheduled, announced in the coming months ahead, and everything. To get to understand a little bit more, if I remember correctly, the top three teams, beating the third place winner and the top 2 finalists in the finals, will qualify for the CONCACAF Champions League qualification league, also by this tournament, at the end of this tournament and all that stuff. The tournament will consist of a total of 77 matches, and also for the fact of with the new deal with MLS and Apple, all League Cup type games from 2023 games will be shown on Apple TV Plus and all that stuff, on the Apple TV platform and all that stuff. I think Spanish rights are going to be on a separate deal. I don't know for sure on that. I don't remember based off the Apple deal, but we're getting the true king of North America will be crowned next year and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Well, that means I have to pay attention to Liga just to understand this stuff. Yes, and all that stuff, because I don't know.
You only gotta pay attention to Pumas now. That's all you gotta pay.
That's what I was trying to say. I was like, I have to pay attention outside of Pumas. That's the only thing I know, and everything like that. Also,
look at the Pumas. You gotta look at Cruz de Azul, Guadalajara, Puebla, America, Atlas, Tigres, Pachuca.
Also, one thing to know about this will also, when this tournament is playing, it will pause the seasons between the 2 teams. So there will be no MLS or Liga games during this tournament, which is a big deal.
Did you tell them the good part?
What was the good part?
No ties.
Oh yeah, no ties. There'll be no ties in this tournament. So exciting times and everything like that. So we'll find out more information. You're probably hearing something right now that you shouldn't hear. But anyways,
Jeffrey Dahmer. No, I was kidding.
But anyways, what I was gonna say. We're getting again 77 matches, MLS. By the time MLS playoffs are about to start soon. By the time all that's all done, we'll find out more. We'll get more information. Manny, since you know more about Liga, is season's ongoing currently or in playoffs or what's going on there?
Season's currently ongoing.
Okay. And all that stuff. So pretty much once we get more information around that and all that stuff, MLS playoffs most likely are going to end around November. Liga, are they in season, postseason? Because I know you said they are currently playing, but I don't know.
Postseason. Yeah.
They're in postseason right now too. So most likely around when those 2 are done, we'll get more information.
It's Apertura. So yeah.
Apertura. Okay, so we're in that part right now. Okay, so they're during that part. Okay. So once has that just started, or was that?
No, it's been starting.
Okay. So we'll know more coming soon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Probably most likely around November. If not, maybe a little bit after November, since because we have the World Cup happening around that time too. So we'll see what happens there and everything like that.
Wait, what are we? We're the 8th? Oh, we're the 10th.
We're on the 10th.
I think Apertura finished. I think. Did it? I can't remember, to be honest with you. I think it just finished or it's finishing. One of the 2. It should be either fit. I think it's finished. I think it finished like last month.
First weekend of Liga playoffs are in the books.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the Apertura just finished.
No stuff. I'm trying to see if I can get recognition. I'll look at that later. But yeah, so we're getting a big tournament happening this season. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna see what's going to happen this season, this coming season, and what's going to happen, what's going to bring the people that have been talking about and issuing and complaining, and how everyone talks about La Liga is always better than Mexico. I mean, La Liga is better than MLS, but we'll finally find out for sure.
It is.
Crap.
Let's see here.
I don't know. Anyways,
you can continue, brother.
yeah.
That's good.
So that's gonna happen. That's next. That will be next year. Again, all games will be played, will be shown on Apple TV. So everything like that. So make sure you have your Apple devices ready for you on that. And we get ready for that. We'll have some good times and all that stuff, and it's gonna be fun. On to football, and we'll start off with college. It's been a crazy couple weeks and everything like that, as of right now, based off rankings. Currently right now we have our top four. Currently we'll go top four. Well, we'll do top five. Georgia at number 1, Ohio State number 2, Bama at 3, Clemson at 4, Michigan at 5, and everything. Most notable ones: Texas is tied for 22nd.
Yeah.
And currently and all that stuff. TCU made a nice jump at number 13. Mississippi State with a big jump at 16 now, current and all that stuff. That's 7 spots jumped and all that stuff. Biggest droppers are Utah and Kentucky with their recent losses and everything. And that's it right there, and all that stuff. And everything like that. Shout out to USC, UCLA being 6-0 this season together at the same time. They're playing well good football and everything like that. But the big we're going to talk about right now is Texas.
The Red River Bloodbath.
That just sounds weird.
I don't know, that's what they're calling it.
The Red River rivalry or shootout, as people say it, and everything like that, was this past weekend. And I was gonna say this about this game because I didn't get to watch it because I was doing other things on my vacation. And I always want to say that Manny misled me on this game, and I was not happy about that whatsoever.
Okay, how did that mislead you?
You said in your story it's only the third quarter, but OU still sucks.
And no, I said reminder, it's the third quarter and OU still sucks.
Yeah, it's the third quarter and OU still sucks and everything like that. Yeah. That's
the same. Yeah, it's like you wake up and you're like, oh, it's 4:00 and OU still sucks. It's a thing Longhorns Nation has. That's the thing.
But still, I don't know that, and I still find it misleading because I'm over here thinking that, first thing was like, Texas and OU's playing right now and all that stuff. I'm over here thinking it's a close game and everything like that. OU's up maybe close but all that stuff. I checked the score. It's 49-0 in the fourth quarter and all that stuff and everything like that. I'm like, this is misleading and all that stuff. I'm over here thinking there's a good game going on and all that stuff.
It was a good game.
And all that stuff. To you and all that stuff and everything like that. To me though, how I see it and all that stuff like that, because I'm not an OU nor a Texas fan and all that stuff like you are and all that stuff, but I love college football and I think this rivalry is cool and everything. I'm over here thinking, it's probably a close game and all that stuff. Maybe Texas is fucking up like they did last year and all that stuff and everything. And everything. No, it's 49-0 and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm out of here. And all that stuff. I don't need to see this and all that stuff and everything like that and everything. And everything. So that stuff and everything like that. I had the box score up, but I just.
I got you. In the first. You got it. Okay, cool.
I got it. I just had to go. I had to go a couple things and all that stuff. So you scored 7 in the first, 21 in the second, 14 in the third, 7 in the final quarter, and everything like that. And everything like that. You are now 4-2, 2-1 in the conference, and everything like that. Oklahoma is just now godright awful and everything like that without Lincoln Riley and everything, all stuff. You Quentin Ewers Was this second game back? I don't know. I know he was hurt.
First game back. First game back.
First game back. Okay, that even says a lot. That says more a lot right there. Comes out
Yeah.
with 289 yards only, with 4
Yeah.
TDs and all that stuff, and 1 interception and all that stuff. Robinson, your running back, had 22 carries for 130 yards for 2 touchdowns. Whittington, your
Yeah.
wide receiver, had 97 receptions with 97 yards from 5 receptions and everything like that. Your win probability was all the way up close, no matter what. It didn't break down even once. Pretty much dominate this whole game.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
that.
For Bijan Robinson to have more yards gained than Beevil had passing yards, I mean, that says something. Well, what they got to do to their organization.
All I gotta say is you're very misleading in your Instagram story to me. I didn't like it
Well,
one
he
bit.
still sucks.
I didn't like it one bit, and stuff and everything. And to highlight a few things, we have in college football, at least from the most recent week, Tennessee took out LSU 40-13 in a big statement game. The battle of the undefeated between TCU and Oklahoma, Kansas ended with Texas getting the short end of the stick, losing 38-31 to TCU. And for that stuff, and then of course Georgia and Bama doing what Georgia and Bama does for that stuff and everything. Though it was a closer game from the Alabama game with the mistakes they've made it throughout that game against A&M and all that stuff, which dropped them back to number 2 in the AP poll and everything like that and all that stuff. So college football wasn't that bad while I was gone.
And also, it's going to be even coming from a Longhorn fan. It's going to be interesting because we got the Cyclones next, which added 3-3, but then we got the Cowboys, the Wildcats, the Horned Frogs, and the Jayhawks. I mean, which are all extremely good teams right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how they can perform against a good team like that.
Season.
Yeah. I mean, we did really, really strong against Bama without Quinn. So it's going to be interesting to see with Quinn, is this going to change?
It is
indeed. I mean, who knows? I mean, Texas could be back. Who knows?
We'll see. We'll see.
And then next year we got Arch. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see. Still misleading. And all that stuff. That's college.
Oh, he still sucks.
That's college football for you and all that stuff. There's not much to say, and all stuff. To it. Probably won't know more. Pretty much our next in episode when we get to episode 3 in November, we'll probably know more. Once we'll probably have our first look at the college football standings, see how that looks and plays out for the next couple weeks, and everything like that. Since I don't understand more from that, but on to the NFL and to if you've noticed, if you're watching this, I was making some face gestures or some sounds that I probably should have. Currently, the Raider Chiefs game was happening while recording this episode, and we lost by a point.
Oh.
Pretty much the last play ended with Renfro and Adams running into each other.
Could be worse. We could have our offensive coordinator.
I don't.
You could. That'd be the worst.
So. I don't get it. Well, 1-4. 1-4. This is. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's a 1-4 that's questionable at the same time because.
Is it though?
We lost by 1 point today. All of our last 3 games have been close ones, and all that stuff.
That's true.
There's always been mistakes. We can easily be. It can go either way. Honestly, it is. We're playing better. Honestly, this game we played better than this game than we did all in the last couple games. And all that stuff early on. I mean, Adams 3 receptions, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns in today's game. tonight's game
Okay.
and everything like that. So it's not bad. Jacobs, 21 carries, 154 yards, and a touchdown and everything. So it's not that bad. And against Mahomes and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
everything like that.
that's true.
Though 29 for 43 with 292 yards and 4 touchdowns against Mahomes, and we still and we lost by a point.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Now, you can say for the fact that this bite us in their ass because there was a bad roughing the passer call on the Raider on the Chiefs again and everything before the first half and all that stuff. And I was like, that's gonna bite us in the ass and all that stuff. I know it. What happens? They came back because we were up 20-7.
Oh, okay.
In the first half, we were up 20-7 and all that stuff. And then the ref called a roughing the passer call on the Chiefs, and it was a bad call. It was a bad call, and everything like that. People and I know about the Brady one. I heard about the Brady one. This one seems bad.
I didn't get to see the Brady one.
I heard about the Brady one.
I heard about it, but I didn't get to see what it was.
And the fact that happened, I was like, fans are pissed off. You like literally you can hear the fans and everything like that and everything. This has happened before we started recording, officially recording. And I was like, if this is not, if with that call right there and all that stuff, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Chiefs fans now understand our pain and all that stuff and everything like that. At the same time, though, it's like, those are the kind of plays against the Chiefs, especially against the Chiefs, where it's going to bite us in the ass and all that stuff because the refs fucked up and all that stuff. And it did. Now, again, we lost by a point with the way Mahomes played and everything like that. I think we're good. I think this is an improvement, though we lost by a point. Yes, they're mostly everybody on that Vegas team right now is pissed off about that right now. And they should, you know, all that stuff and everything like that. But at the same time, it's like we're 1-4. We can easily be a better record. We can easily have a better record, or at least a game over 500 record and all that stuff and everything for the way we play. It's not bad. It's just that we do have some inconsistencies on certain things and all that stuff. But the fact that we started off the gate 20-7 in the first half, that says something right there and all that stuff. Like, we have it. It's just we got to make sure we get through it and all that stuff. Like, it's very tough and all that stuff, because this, in all honesty, is like, this is a team that can actually win games. It's just something that's just painfully off and all that stuff. And it sucks and all that stuff. But we'll see what happens. Also, I'm so glad I didn't watch Thursday night's game.
Why?
Because I'm looking at the box score right now. Field goals. Field goal. Into overtime. Field goal. What is wrong with what is going on?
Yeah, it's
bad. That is bad. Oh, that stuff. Everything. It's painful.
Very. Cowboys won yesterday.
Cowboys are like 4-0 now. With
4-1.
4-1. Well, 4-1, but 4-0 with this quarterback.
Yeah. Which, what they're saying, so. I mean, think about it. I mean, it's saying something here.
I mean,
what's your thoughts on that?
It doesn't. I will say it doesn't cause for controversy. I think it's just the fact that they found a good backup that can run the system, the system, and everything.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. Because soon as Prescott comes back, he's gonna be in the game. He's gonna be in the game, and all that stuff. It's just more the fact that this team, the quarterback they have now, just works with the system they have, and all that stuff, and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens, and everything. We'll see what happens for throughout the rest of the year, throughout the rest of the season. before they come back, their next game is against the Eagles, who are currently undefeated and all that stuff. So that's gonna be that's gonna be a big test and all that
Yeah.
stuff for that team and not for that quarterback and that team. So we'll see what happens and everything like that for that. And it's gonna be crazy times. And all that stuff. Go off more of the rest of the week and all for this past week. Um, Most recent this week. Giants surprisingly 4-1, playing well. Looks like they're playing some good ball from what it can tell and all that stuff. We already talked about my team.
My team didn't play. We had a bye week apparently.
You sure about that?
That's what they thought.
You sure about that? I mean,
Because nobody was on the damn field.
I mean, the box score says a lot. The only thing that the only players are on there were special teams on there.
Exactly. Yeah. They're the only ones that remember they had a football game to go to.
Well, I mean, like it's what at least game and a half, two, or if not by now, with Pickett now. What's going on?
Like game and a half.
Game and a half. What so far? What's going on so far there? How you?
They saw some stuff like Saturday. I mean, there was a couple things that I saw that I liked. He had some really good passes that just weren't caught. There was some scrambles that I liked. There was a couple different things that I saw that I really liked about him, but he just needs time. He just does, and he needs any other offensive coordinator. I mean, the Mud Dogs had a better offensive coordinator than the Steelers as of right now, but then the Mud Dogs had Bobby Boucher, so that's a different thing. But Matt Canada has to go, dude. Matt Canada should be fired. Matt Canada should have been fired the minute the clock hit 0 on that game against the Bills. There should have been a phone call right after the game hit 0, and Matt Canada should have been fired on the spot.
Your next couple games, you have Tampa Bay, Miami, the Eagles, and the Saints.
Yeah.
Now,
with Watt not expected to return until the Ravens game, because a Wattless defense is not good.
Yeah. So you're looking at that for the Raiders in particular. We do have a bye this coming up week, and then we got the Texans, the Saints, the Jags, and then the Colts. I guess we could say out of the two, Vegas has the better opportunity of getting some wins. And all that stuff. It's tough. It's a tough season. Like we haven't not until the 24th when we play each other. We're gonna see what happens and all that stuff. And all that stuff. It's been an interesting. It's so far for me. It's been an interesting season. Because again, like I said, 24-19, 29-23, 24-22, 30-29. Those are our losses. Those are final scores of our losses. And all that stuff. So it's like, it's not that we're getting blown out. It's just we're in these games.
Yeah.
It's just something is missing. And all that stuff. And it's oh man. Hopefully with the bye week, it'll get us through. Help us figure out some things. It looks like there's some issues going on right now. I mean, look.
If you look at ours though, it wasn't that bad. Sorry to cut you off. Other than the last one, obviously against the Bills.
Oh yeah, your games are not that bad either.
I mean, we had the Jets 20-24, the Browns 29-17, the Patriots 14-17.
Yeah.
Other than this last game, which I mean, the Bills is the Bills. So.
Yeah. So it's gonna be something. It's gonna be interesting.
I say get rid of Matt Canada.
Oh, so. And stuff, but season's not over yet. We still got time. We'll see what it goes from here, and hopefully, we'll see some interesting things. I mean, of course, we have we have some surprises. We do have I think the one team right now, because the one team I pay attention to is Miami and everything, and Bridgewater this past Sunday also got hit with concussion protocol. Uh,
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough to see that team play without. Well, right now, Bridgewater is shown as questionable, so we don't know anything from there of what says. Unlike what happened to Tua in that Thursday night game against the Bengals and all that stuff, which we hope he's doing well and better soon and all that stuff, because that was a scary thing to see, in all honesty,
yeah,
and
very
all that stuff
scary.
and everything like
Well,
that.
even the first one was pretty scary to see when he was stumbling that
That
they
whole
let
sequence,
him play,
that whole sequence from that Sunday to that Thursday
which is not good.
was just not good and everything like
Shouldn't have
that.
happened.
It
It shouldn't have happened.
it's literally it's like we already know that the doctor that said he was fine got fired. The league and the players association have said they're gonna look into the um fixing the stuff and everything like that. The question is like how soon can you fix that and all that stuff? Like you should do that. I think it should be now. Don't wait long. Don't wait. Don't make this wait any longer and all that stuff. Because the last thing you need to do is this happening in say a playoff game, and
Yeah,
it becomes a big. And then then you'll be like, oh, we need to do this because that doesn't need to that shouldn't happen like that and everything like
yeah,
that. You need to get this done. It needs to get done now and all that stuff too. So especially for concussions and all that stuff. Like the fact that I had to see a player on the ground crunched up and everything like that is very disturbing. And you don't want to see that in that kind of in these games. I get it's football. It's the most popular sport in the country and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's just like these players need to get taken care of and all that stuff, regardless of position and all that stuff like that and everything like that. And
you heard Will Smith. Will Smith? Yeah, Will Smith. Right? Didn't he make the movie with the NFL
yeah,
concussion?
yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
I can't remember if it was Will Smith or
I was
someone
trying
else.
I was trying to see where you were going with that. I was like, wait, why Will Smith and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah,
Um, it but it stuff needs to happen. We can't control this any longer and all that stuff. Like these needs to be changed and all that stuff. These need to be something like he shouldn't have played. Tua should not have played on that Sunday. Should not
I
played
should have
that
been cool.
even if they put him back in and he did play well. Still should have kept on examining him throughout
Nothing.
before Thursday, especially that's a short week right there too. It's
Yeah,
because they have to play the following Thursday. That would have been like put Bridgewater in if you trust him that much, which he did. Even though they lost against Cincy, he did play as well as he could in that game. Um, and then that's pretty much it on that and all that stuff and everything. But we wish him the best. We wish to. I hope to see. Hope nothing's wrong with Bridgewater. Hope we'll see him playing on Sunday. For that, yeah, I think they're playing the Jets, or no, that's who they just played. Um, Let me see here. Double check schedule. Here
dude, you don't sound
they play the
great.
Vikings. They will be playing the Vikings and all that stuff this coming Sunday. So hopefully everything works fine out there for them. All right, on to some pick'ems and everything like that. We originally did weeks 2 through 5 and everything like that. Well, we did 2 through 4 on the first episode. We did week 5 on the No Name podcast and everything for that stuff. And if you didn't catch that episode of the No Name podcast, I will go ahead and give you those teams and picks that we did for week 5 this recent week. We did Giants and the Packers in London. I picked the Giants. Manny picked the Packers. We did Dolphins at Jets. I picked the Dolphins. Manny picked the Jets. And then we had our third game was Eagles and the Cardinals, which I picked the Eagles and Manny picked the Cardinals for that one. Now, as I stated earlier this episode, Manny claimed that he was undefeated in one of the weeks.
Yeah.
I've already claimed it, and I'll say it again. He did not go undefeated in that week, which he said, which
No,
was week
I
two.
did week one.
He he
I
says
just
week
didn't tell
one.
you. I didn't tell you my picks. That's
Though
the
we
thing.
didn't do though we didn't do though we didn't start doing
Nah,
pick'ems
personal
till
picks.
after
Personal picks.
and all that stuff.
Personal pick'ems.
To give an all out thought through, so because I've got all the picks that we did from 2 through 4, or also and everything like that. I've got everything settled, looked through all our schedules and all that stuff. Should I just go individually by each week, or should I give you the overall record so far?
Uh, give overall record.
Manny, your overall record so far is 5-7.
Oh, it's not bad. I thought it was a lot worse than that.
Mine 9-3.
Oh, okay.
Stuff.
I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than 5-7.
And to give a quick rundown of what the picks were on week 2, for first game was Bucks and Saints. Manny picked the Saints. I picked the Bucks, which the Bucks won that game. Second game was Bears and Packers. Both of us picked the Packers, in which they did win for that game. And then third game was Vikings and the Eagles. Manny picked the Eagles. I picked the Vikings. Thus, the pick going to Manny on that one and all that stuff for week 2, which gave 2-1 for me and a 1-2 for Manny on the record for that. In week 3, first game was Bills at Miami. We both picked the Dolphins. We both got that. Second game was Packers at Tampa, which we both picked the Tampa and did not win that one.
Yeah.
Third game was the Cowboys against the Giants. I picked the Cowboys. Manny picked the Giants. Cowboys won that game. Again, 2-1 me, 1-2 Manny. On to week 4, which we had Cincy versus Miami. Both of us picked Cincy, and Cincy won that game. Second game was Saints at Vikings in London. That was one of the international games. I picked the Vikings. Manny picked the Saints. If the double hit didn't happen, Manny could have got that, but it didn't. I got that. And the third game was Chiefs at the Buccaneers. Both of us picked the Chiefs, which the Chiefs won that game. So there was an undefeated week, but that went to me.
Yeah.
And Manny got 2-1 on that one. And of course, I already mentioned week 5 to repeat. Giants at Packers. I won that one. Dolphins at Jets. Manny won that one with the Jets. Eagles at Cardinals, which I won with the Eagles. Throwing at a 2-1 for me, 1-2 with Manny. Thus coming into an overall record of 9-3 for me, 5-7 for Manny so far, and everything like that.
Good.
Any surprises out of those? Or anything in general?
I thought the Cardinals were gonna win more. That's about it.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was gonna get it. I didn't think I was gonna have a winning record so far in this.
Yeah. I thought the Cardinals were gonna make it. Or not make it, but I thought the Cardinals would do a lot better than what they're doing now.
Nah. So far,
we're doing pick'ems again, right?
It's just we're starting new. We're starting pick'ems. I'm just giving the rundown of the previously. Talk about what happened, and all that stuff. Again, I think Manny like the week 4. If that Saints Viking game, if that double bounce didn't happen, Manny would have went undefeated actually, and all that stuff. But that went to me, and all that stuff and everything like that. So we'll be doing weeks 6 through 9 and all that stuff. And I did this based off when we record for next month and everything. And we'll get that started. So when we did pick'ems last time, we were able to get odds and bet odd bets on these for those games, except for week 4. For week 4, yeah. After I already got the games picked and all that stuff for us and everything like that. There's only bets set up for week 6 only and all that stuff, because I did it for DraftKings, FanDuel, and Caesar Sportsbook. None of them, all 3 of them only had week 6 and all that stuff. So I'll do the bets for week 6, but the rest of the weeks we won't have spreads on those and everything like that. Now, to start off with week 6, we have the 10 a.m. game on Fox with the Jets at the Packers and all that stuff. Based off the spread, based off what we have, the plus minus is a 7.5 on DraftKings and a 7 from FanDuel and Caesar Sportsbooks. Overall, the over under is a 46.5 on DraftKings and FanDuel, or a 46.5. Am correct myself? And then on Caesar Sportsbook, it's a 45.5 for the over under on there. Manny, what are you looking at on this game right here?
Well, this one can really go either way. They're both 3-2. They're both doing decent. I'm gonna go Jets.
Sorry, give me a second. I was just pulling up week 5 here for me.
This one's honestly a game that could go either way, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good one to watch.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Wait, why is this different? Sorry. Oh, I don't have it on scores schedule. My bad. That gives me the no, because it gives me record. The schedule, ESPN schedule doesn't give you the records, but if you go to the scores and it shows you the schedule like that, it gives you the records.
Oh,
No stuff. Let's see here. We're looking at a close game and all that stuff. Again, 3-2. You said you're picking the Jets.
Benny, yep.
And he's going with the Jets. I will go with the Packers on this one. This is, I think, Packers at home can't go wrong there no matter what and everything like that. So we'll see how that goes. Second game of week 6, we have the 1:25 p.m. game on CBS. These times are spent Pacific Standard Time, just to let everyone know. We have the Bills at the Chiefs. Chiefs just won their Monday night game as they were recording this, and of course I literally picked the teams that we lost to this past week. I hate myself. Oh stuff. Okay, based off the plus minus, we have a 2.5 from DraftKings, a 1.5 from FanDuel, and a 2 from Caesar Sportsbook, with an over/under of 53.5 from all three sportsbooks. Manny, what are we looking at this week for these two teams that we lost to?
I'm looking at the Chiefs to beat the Buffalo Bills.
Why did I get that feeling? Because I was going to pick the Bills. It's okay. So we got Manny with the Chiefs. I got the Bills. It is a rematch from the AFC title game this past season, if I remember correctly. I'm saying that right. I could be wrong. And people can correct me if they want to in the comments below. But Bills at Chiefs, Manny with the Chiefs. I mean with the Bills, not because of the fact that those are the teams we picked are the teams that we want them to beat. We want to beat them. No, so
Yeah.
it's not
because of that.
it's
I
not
just don't like Josh Allen.
yeah, it's just
No, I'm just kidding.
it's I don't
Not to
I don't
be
like
not
Patrick
to be
Mahomes.
to be fair, I like Josh Allen. I like the Bills a lot more than I like the Chiefs
Mm.
because
Wait, wait,
I
but
won't root for anybody that made a Hunt's ketchup ad. So that's just how that goes. You know?
but you're picking the Chiefs to win.
Oh, that's true. Bills.
You just changed it all of a sudden?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot.
I should just leave it on there just for the hell of it.
Yeah, I'll just go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
Just to put it out there, I don't like Mahomes because he made a Hunt's ketchup ad. Continue.
I was like, because I was confused right there. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
did Josh Allen make the Hunt's ketchup or Mahomes and all that stuff?
He
Because
might have made a Hunt's ketchup ad. That was
anyway,
a chart. Continue.
anyways, third game is the Sunday night game at 5:20 p.m. PST on NBC. It'll be the Cowboys going against the undefeated Eagles. The plus minus is a 5 on both DraftKings and Caesar Sportsbooks. FanDuel has a 5.5. The over under is a 42 on DraftKings and Caesar Sportsbooks, and then FanDuel has it as a 42.5. Manny, how are we looking at with this Clash of the Titan game from the NFC East?
We're looking at, my bad, I forgot. What game we're looking at?
Cowboys at Eagles.
Cowboys at Eagles. I'm going Eagles. They're staying undefeated.
Ooh. I like this. It's a challenging, it's a tough game. Cowboys are been playing well with their backup, and everything. Loving the Eagles as they're playing hurt. I think Jalen Hurts has been amazing for them this year. But I think I'm gonna have to agree with Manny, and I think the undefeated streak is still gonna continue on that one. Stuff. So that is week 6. On to week 7. so that we would. So now we have first game. Our first game is going to be the surprising teams of the Giants at Jacksonville against the Jaguars, the 10 a.m. game on Fox. Manny, what are we looking at this one so far? Since we don't have bets on odds on this yet.
See, Jags are 2-2, but Trevor Lawrence has nice hair. So I'm
Jaguars
going
are two and
Jaguars.
Jaguars are 2-3,
Oh, I think they were 2-2.
but
Whoa.
they've been playing well for 2-3. In my opinion.
And Trevor Lawrence has nice hair. So Jackson Jaguars.
Manny's going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think this hot streak that the Giants are on has been a good feel good story, and I'm going to go with the Giants on that one. Second game is going to be the Seahawks at the Chargers. It's a 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time game on Fox. We are looking. Chargers are 2-3. The Chargers are 3-2, and everything. Geno Smith has been playing well for this team, despite the record. Herbert is being Herbert, but Chargers have been under fire recently with the questionable calls, of course, what their coach has been making. Manny, what are we looking at?
It's the Chargers logo. It's a lightning bolt. What does lightning bolts do when they hit things? They catch things on fire. What is their organization? A dumpster. Dumpster fire. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
I will also go with the Seahawks on that one. Also,
Same reasoning or different reason?
I just like the Seahawks this year.
I got the same reason.
I know the record doesn't say enough about it. It doesn't say much
Yeah.
about them, but Gino has been playing well for this team since he took over after Russell Wilson left and everything. And I think this is a team to look out for in the NFC West, and everything, with it being a tight division right now at the moment. And I'll see from there. Speaking of the NFC East, our third game is going to be the Niners at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is also a 1:25 p.m. game on Fox. Manny, what are we looking at here?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You too?
Yeah.
Yeah. No brainer.
No brainer.
No brainer.
No brainer.
Yeah, no brainer.
No brainer. I mean,
Sorry,
the Niners are undefeated at home currently right now at the moment. With a 2-0 record. This is before week 6, going into week 6 though, because this is a week 7 game. So
But the Chiefs is the Chiefs.
it's the Chiefs, yeah. And all that stuff and everything. Jumping into week 8, we are coming into the semi-midway point, or is that week 9 nowadays? Week 9 is now the midway point because we got 18 weeks. All that stuff. The former midway point, as I should say now, yes. And of the season, first game we have shown. This pick is the Cardinals at Minnesota, 10 a.m. game on Fox, Pacific Standard Time. We have the Cardinals at a 2-3 record, and then the Vikings currently right now with a 4-1 record. This is before the 2 previous weeks, so a lot can change between now and then. Manny, what are we looking at so far?
I went with the Cardinals 2 times in the past. They let me down, so we go with the Vikings.
You're going with the Vikings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I will go with the Cardinals. Wait, hold on. What day is this week? Actually, no. Take that back. I'm going the Vikings. Call of Duty comes out that weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so most likely Murray's gonna be playing, so don't wanna. They'll probably have some mess ups that game.
Yeah.
So I'll go Vikings. No, remember last episode when we talked about this. Plays well on even win or lose on non Call of Duty weeks or double XP. This is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 launch coming that Friday before the game. He's in and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going Vikings on that game. Second game, Giants at the Seahawks. It is the 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time game on Fox. Also, again, Will Good. Yeah, I did that right. Yeah, okay, did that right. Manny, what are we looking at so far?
I'm looking at Giants. They beat last year's playoff contenders. So I'm gonna go Giants. Yeah.
I'm gonna ride the wave of the Seahawk. and keep that going.
I could
And all that
have
stuff.
been so many different things.
I believe in Geno
Not gonna
Smith.
say it.
I believe in Geno Smith. And all that stuff.
I believe in aliens. So,
And all that stuff. And then our third game for the week 8, Packers at the Bills. What we got, Manny?
yes.
Who'd you pick?
Bills.
Bills. Manny picks Bills. I will go for some spice. I'll go with the Packers. And all that stuff. I feel we're hitting that near midway point. I think they're gonna get it all together and
You think Brett Favre can pull it together?
yeah, I think Brett Favre can pull it together.
Yeah.
As much as he did for his daughter, he'll probably do the same thing here.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. This is the Sunday night game for that week on NBC, just to let everyone know on that week 8 game. On to the new midway point of the season, week 9, and all that stuff. We're at the first game we got Colts at the Patriots. Honestly, not the brightest. It's not like the old days. Manning against Brady and all that stuff. This and all that stuff. But thought I'd spice it up a bit. Switch teams up. We don't have to do every single the good teams all the time. But
Yeah.
Colts and Patriots, 10 a.m. game on CBS and everything like that. All of them have issues on so many levels and everything like that. But what are we looking at here? Can the Colts tie again?
Colts could tie, but or the Patriots.
Patriots, okay.
Yeah.
I will also go with the Patriots because I don't think Matt Ryan will never let down of what happened to him in the Super Bowl against that team, against the Patriots. Second game of week 9 for picks is the Bills at the Jets. This is a 10 a.m. game on CBS, similar to the Colts and Patriots game and everything. Manny, what are we looking at here?
I think Benny's gonna beat Bill.
Say Benny is gonna beat Bill?
I said Benny's gonna beat Bill. You know, like Benny and the Jets. Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets. No, yeah. I had a feeling you were going that, but I just wanted to make sure I heard it correctly.
Yeah. That's right.
Manny's going with the Jets. I will pick the Bills on this one and everything like that for that one. And third game and our final game from our pick'ems for week and especially for week 9.
On Monday
is a Sunday afternoon game, the 1:25 p.m. game on CBS. This is the Rams at the Bucks. This is our NFC division rematch from last season.
I think the Rams are gonna take this one.
Damn it! I was gonna pick the Rams.
Yeah.
Too.
The Rams are gonna. I'm not gonna say it.
The Rams are gonna Rams.
I was gonna say something else, but it's wrong, and that side of me is behind me. So
why are you? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna go too far.
I was gonna say the Rams are gonna channel their inner Ray Lewis.
Anyways, those are our pick'ems for week 6 through 9. These will come all together in next month's episode of the No Name Sports Show and everything. While we are still here, it'll be something I want to bring up a little bit. This is a sports show, and one thing so far that me and Manny haven't talked about in this sports show is esports.
Cricket. Oh. We haven't talked about cricket.
We don't talk about cricket. I don't watch cricket at all. So, but
I don't either, but I like to talk about
a couple things to go by right now. Coming in November, Manny and I will be attending the League of Legends Worlds Finals, which will happen in the Chase Center in San Francisco. Worlds the tournament has already begun. We are currently in the we're on the halfway mark group stage, and I'm depressed. I'm so depressed.
So I haven't been able to keep up with it too much. As of right now, what's it looking like?
All NA teams are currently 0-3.
What's complete things looking like right now?
So, okay, I will say this: Europe is doing well so far. Um,
Okay.
Fanatics second in their group. Rogue is undefeated.
Okay.
Rogue is undefeated in their group, and top seed in their group. So that's nice to see. Everything else, of course, it's either LPL or LCK, and everything like that in the top two of the groups. Remember, you have to be in the top two for this to work. How this works is in group stage to advance into the knockout stages. It has to be the top two teams from each group. Um, Again, like I said, the first half of the groups have already finished, and there is hope for NA and all that stuff, especially for the fact that Worlds is being held here in North America and all that
Yeah.
stuff. It's I think that's what makes it more sad to see is the fact that it's happening on our home stage and all that stuff.
But if you were to think what C9?
Who would come out? Who can come out of
Yeah.
this?
No, I don't think C9
C9
has
no.
either group A.
C9
No.
no. Because they have
No.
Edward Gaming of LPL and T1 of the LCK.
And
And
Fnatic.
Fnatic, of course. Well, I was gonna include them and all that stuff. So
That's true. That's true.
the weird thing about this right now, from one way I'm looking at this, I think they may have the standings wrong because they show Edward Gaming, Fnatic, and T1 at 2-1, with Cloud9 at 0-3, which doesn't make
Right.
sense and all that stuff. So it's either one of the
Yeah.
teams.
Someone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
one of the 2-1 teams have to be undefeated
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and one of them,
Fnatic undefeated? No,
huh?
Fnatic's not undefeated.
I, I
Fnatic's not undefeated.
I'll probably no, I'll probably go back because I don't remember. I gotta go through the schedule because I don't. That is a weird thing to look at. So
Think.
I can't look at Group A right now. Well, I can confirm that Cloud9's 0-3
Yeah.
and all that stuff, but it's hard to see if it's a way of them to win and all that stuff. Win out this. Can
I
they
could
make it out of
see.
it?
I could see Gam making it out.
Gam
Yeah.
Gam Esports
Yeah.
of the VCS.
Yes. GAM.
I'm over here talking about the NA teams. This fool goes to a different region in particularly and all
Yeah.
that
I was
stuff
just no. That was just putting my 2 cents out there.
and everything like that.
Yeah. Out of NA teams, I say Evil Geniuses, but
I don't know.
I think Evil Geniuses. If an NA team's to do it, I think Evil Geniuses have a shot.
I mean, a few of their games were. I think one of their games were close,
Yeah.
and they had a lead on one of the teams. I don't remember which one. I don't know if they can get out of it from because like how the second side of part of round robin's game is that all the groups play their last three games on one day and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work out with these teams, and then how the scheduling. Because I don't know what the scheduling was going to look like and everything.
Because John Cena's gonna make it out, obviously.
John Cena.
Yeah. Royal never give up. It's like John Cena.
They're 0-3.
No.
I mean
3
3-0.
0.
3-0.
Yeah. That's why I said they're making it out. They're gonna make it out. T1. I still keep wanting to say SKT. I think just like I still always want to say NALCS. I mean, it's still a habit. So. And hold on, I'm looking at the. No, yeah, that's right, Ricky.
To the Group A?
Yeah, that's right.
How?
Let's see here. Fnatic beat Cloud C9. K.
Yeah, that's believable.
K. T1 beat Edward.
Mm-hmm.
Then day 2, Fnatic beat T1.
Mm-hmm.
And Edward beat C9.
Okay. So
Then day
Edward,
3,
Edward should, so far looking at that, Edward's undefeated.
oh yeah, Edwards is undefeated
So they're
because Edward beat Fnatic day 3.
okay. So they are the so they're the 3-0 team.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. I just looked at day 4 just in case. Yeah, yeah. So Edwards 3-0.
Yeah, it's gonna be an like second set of groups are gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
Stuff like they need like all three NA teams need to win out, and then they need to like hopefully second, because if they can get into second at least, they need to make sure to like to get the second seed, because I don't think they can catch up to the undefeated ones and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah.
If any
If
of the
anything, those.
they
Yeah,
need to win out their games, and then hopefully all the other teams need to get loot. The other the 2 and 3 teams, 3 seeded teams need to get losses.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. So wait, does that mean Fnatic's 2-1 or 1-2?
Yeah.
Then who's
No, 2-1.
who's 1-2 then? I don't think
T1.
T1's 1-2.
No, T1's 2-1. What's happening here?
Someone has to be 1-2.
All right, Fnatic has 1. Fnatic has 2. Fnatic has 2 wins, 1 loss. Uh, T1, that's 1. That's 2. So T1's 2-1 as well.
So T1 is 1-2.
And then, yeah, T1
Okay.
and Fnatic are 2. No, T1 and Fnatic are 2-1.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh wait, hold on. Edward Gaming lost day 1. Okay, write this down for me. Get your paper out. Write this down for me because it's confusing. I'm gonna give you only Group A so we can figure this out.
Okay.
All right, day 1. You ready?
Yeah.
Day 1, Fnatic beat C9.
Okay, hold on. So Fnatic versus C9. Day 1. Win. Loss. Next.
Fnatic beat C9. Okay. Day 1, same day, T1 beat Edward.
Okay.
Okay. Day 2.
Hold on. And those are the only 2 games that day 1.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
all four teams in.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Day 2.
Day 2, Fnatic beat T1.
Okay.
And Edward beat C9.
Okay. C9. LW.
Day 3, Edward beat Fnatic.
Edward versus Fnatic. LW.
And then day 3 as well, T1 beat C9.
And that's it.
Yeah. Because day 4, they didn't, none of them played.
So 1. That is what? So 30212103. But here's the thing. The group B and D is
They
similar.
played one more game, though. That's the thing. They played day 4. See, Group A didn't play day 4.
But they all played 3 games. So the thing, because like here's the thing. Group B and D records are like this: 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, 3-0.
Yeah.
So I that's what I'm kind of like weirded out by. It's the fact that Group A is even freaking Group C's like that too. 3-0, 2-1, 1-2, 3-0. So the fact that there's a 3-0, 2-1, 2-1, 3-0, 0-3. I mean, my apologies. Last one. That's what kind of weirds me out. How the fact that the 2 and 3 seed teams are 2-1.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, too. But that's right though, right? If you count,
I
did you count it
guess.
correctly?
So
Yeah.
day one, Group A, Fnatic versus C9, win loss. Win goes to Fnatic. Okay, let me do this. Hold on. Fnatic
One.
T1. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. I'm trying to write this the way. EDG C9 WL. Okay. Fnatic win. T1 loss.
No,
T1.
T1 win.
Huh?
Day
Fnatic.
what day?
Day one, Group A,
Yeah.
Fnatic versus C9. Fnatic won.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Second game, T1 won against Edward
Edward.
Gaming. Okay.
Yeah. Day two.
Fnatic won against T1.
Right. And Edward won against Cloud9.
Okay. Now come to
Then
day three.
Edward beats Fnatic,
Edward beats Fnatic.
and T1 beats C9.
What the fuck?
It's a little weird.
They're all two. So Fnatic T1 EDG is 2-1. C9's 0-3.
Yeah.
What?
That's weird.
I've never seen a record. That's so weird.
That is kind of weird. Hilarious too.
That is so weird to see an 0-3, like an 0-3 team last to be like they have 2-1s. So statistically though, Cloud9 has the more better chance of getting out of groups statistically on home
Yeah.
and everything than the other two NA teams. But Evil Genius and 100 Thieves does have a chance to get out depending on a few things and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And all that stuff. So it's interesting to see what happens there. It's just weird seeing like three teams 2-1 and the last team 0-3.
Yeah.
I'm so used
They just all pick. They
because
just all pick on C9.
because the other three groups are identical records from top to bottom
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Technically, it's just like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty funny. It's like they're all sharing it and they're like, nah, C9 doesn't get any.
Pretty much. It's like the other three. It's like the other three beat each other. Oh no, no,
Yeah.
oh, no, it makes sense. Yeah, the other three beat each other, and then all their wins came from Cena. Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. I was so confusing.
Which is hilarious.
It's so confusing. It was so confusing because it was like, like I said, everybody else is like they have a 3-0 team and an 0-3
Yeah.
team, and then it's just so weird. Let's see here. So Thursday, oddly enough, Group A will begin their games. And all that stuff. First game is Fnatic versus Cloud9. Second will be T1 versus Fnatic. So Fnatic would have back to back. Cloud9 will go against Edward Gaming in the third game. Fourth game would be Fnatic versus Edward. So Edward has a back to back right there. And then the last two set of games are T1 against Cloud9, Edward against T1, and T1 has a back to back. So Cloud9 don't have back to backs.
No, so they have a chance.
They have a chance.
Which that's
Group B, which is Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses have a back to back on the first two games. First one's against G2. Second one is against JDG. And then and then G2 has a back to back in the second two games, which will be against Daiwan, and then against JDG. And then Daiwan has back to backs in the last set of two games against Evil Geniuses and JDG. So Geniuses have the back to back against two tough opponents and all that stuff. They would need to win. They would have to win out and all that stuff in order for that to happen, though, no matter what.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. 100 Thieves. First game is against CTBC Flying Oyster. and then that's their second. That's their first game. Then the next then they play the third and fourth games against RNG and Gingy. Oh my god!
Right.
So 100 Thieves has the toughest route to get out of groups based on scheduling.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Though they have a chance, it look everyone all three NA teams have a chance. C9 with the most of out of them, but with C9 with the most easy with the most better way of getting out, but with 100 Thieves being the hardest because the second game is Oysters versus Gen G, and again, like I said, they're after they and then the next third and fourth game they play back to back against RNG and Gen G, which is going to be tough for them. Oh, this is stressful. This is so stressful. Why? Why does this have to be so stressful?
Don't know.
For once, I want NA to do well.
Me too.
Myself, just for once, especially on their home turf. Come on, guys.
That would be cool.
Stuff like, come on. Anyways, not to put it on the downside, this is the end. This is the end of the No Name Sports Show. I'm your host, Ricky, along with, of course, my constant companion, Manny. And we will be back next month with updates on our pick'ems. We'll most likely be talking about our time at the world at Worlds and talk about the experience there to check everything out. And all I'm gonna say is, hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.